All right. Asterisk, cool introduction video. Enter, what is it? A text here, right? That box that people forget about. And then, intro music. I dreamed a dream in time gone by. Probably not, right? Yeah. How's that for post-production and up in my video editing game? Okay, guys, what's up? It's Andrew, the No-Nonsense Financial Coach, bringing you a bunch of nonsense. So I just decided, and you guys are, this is a secret. It's new. Nobody knows about this. It hasn't been released to CNN or any of those other media outlets. I'm gonna call these videos OneTakes. Oh, here we go. More production brilliance. OneTake. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. I wrote OneTake on a piece of paper. That's what I'm gonna call these because there's no editing. So if I screw up, it's just in there for all of eternity until YouTube takes all this stuff down. Okay, so the title of this video I think is going to be Why You Suck at Money. Why you suck at managing finances. And the reason it's titled that is because I know in the past, and I still do it sometimes, why I suck at money and why I suck at managing finances. I don't know why I keep doing this. It's just there's the classy part of me from 100 years ago that feels like I need to do this so that I appear smart. The main reason why people suck at managing finances, why they're terrible at it, why they can't stick to it, it's not numbers. It's not because you can't add and subtract. It's not because you don't have the right Excel spreadsheet or you're not using the right budgeting software. It's none of that stuff. The biggest reason why people suck at managing money and finances and managing any other sort of goals or expectations that they have for themselves and their lives, it's because you don't have vision. You don't have a plan. You don't know where you're going. And you continually operate in that mode. And I know that you do that. Well, maybe you don't because you're smarter than me. But I know when I've failed in goals and in tasks that I've set for myself, it's because I didn't have a vision. There's an old proverb says that people perish for lack of vision, right? And it's that idea of if you aim at nothing, you'll hit every time. And we know those cliche things, right? Because you guys are smart people. You're super smart because you're watching this video, and that makes you smart. We know these things, but there's some kind of disconnect between our head and our heart, our head and our hands and our feet, our head and our budget, our head and the plans that we set for ourselves. Nice Corvette. It's pearly blue. And that's why you suck at money. And in the past, that's why I've sucked at money. And other things in my life. It's because I don't have a vision. I don't have a plan. And so that's kind of the stepping stone that I want to start off on. Is you need to go out there and get you some vision. Right? You need to go out there and get you a plan. Because what people do is they just, I in my first video I shared it, we get in this cycle, right? Well, I gotta work to make money. Well, why do you need to make money? Well, because I gotta buy stuff. Okay, why do you need to buy stuff? Well, so I can survive. Okay, well, why do you need to survive? Well, because I got a job and I gotta be there tomorrow on time. Okay, why do you gotta be at your job? So I can make money. Right? And we just do this circle round and round and round. And I'll give you an illustration of this kind of trap that we get set in. I live in kind of a mountainous area, and to get anywhere, it's at least half an hour. Big cities, an hour away, right? And you drive this drive every day for 15 years. It becomes pretty regular, pretty familiar. And there have been mornings where I've driven a considerable distance and kind of woken up and realized I don't remember driving the last 10 miles. And it's not that I somehow managed to fall asleep and keep driving 10 miles without crashing. It's just that it's so familiar, it's so rote, it's so routine that we kind of zone out and we lose all sense of purpose and direction. And that's why you suck at money. And that's why I suck at money. So what I want to encourage you guys is, before you figure out what budgeting app you're going to use, before you figure out which investment company you're going to put your money in. Well, Vanguard's got a long track record, but Fidelity's got, this and that and the other. They got a 2% cashback card that pays into my retirement account that I can then invest. But Betterment's got all these fancy rebalancing tools, and you don't need to go there. You don't need any of that stuff right now. You need to stop. You need to take a breath. Go sit on a rock in the sunshine. Find out what it is in the deepest part of your soul that drives you. Okay? I've got a family. I've got a beautiful family, right? I got 3 kids. We're foster parents. We've fostered kids before. I got tons of friends that I love and adore. I've got some hobbies that I really like to spend my extra time doing. That's all stuff that drives me. And so when I'm sitting down and prioritizing how I'm going to spend my money, that's what's in my head. And we're going to get more into this as I go through the topics. I'm going to make individual videos about budgeting and retirement and all this kind of stuff. But this general idea of, before you figure out the numbers and what makes sense mathematically, you got to go way, way back and figure out what drives you and what you're passionate about and what is important to you. And project that a year from now, project that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and 50 years from now. Well, Andrew, I'm 78 years old. I'm going to be around in 50 years. Well, I don't know. Elon Musk is working on Neuralink. Maybe he can do a brain transplant. I know a lot of people that need that, right? Everybody said, hey, man. Sorry, guys. There's so much nonsense here. I really should have picked a different name. So you're 70 years old, you're 80 years old, and you're going, I don't care what happens in 50 years. Well, you've got kids that maybe are depending on you. You've got grandkids that are maybe depending on you. You've got a legacy to leave, right? And that starts with being intentional. And that's the biggest reason why you suck at money and why I suck at money, is because we're not intentional. We don't have a vision. We don't have a plan, okay? So where this starts is figuring out what's important to you. And there's a lot of contributing factors to that, okay? Your family dynamic. Are you married? Do you have kids? Okay. What are their needs? What's important to them, to you individually, and your family as a whole? Maybe it's being generous. We've done it in the past. I love being generous, okay? There's been times, there's the paying for people in the drive-thru behind you, the whole pay it forward idea. But man, I've done this before. Do you know how cool it is to see someone who is struggling, a young single mom, and she's got racetrack slicks for tires on her car, and just one Sunday after church you go out and say, hey, let's go drive down to the auto parts store. I'm going to put new tires on your car. Man, that drives me, right? Because I like, the money that I earn isn't just about me. It's about encouraging and building life in myself and my family and the people around me. And so you got to go out there and find you some of that, right? Being generous is huge. It's a huge part of finances. And it's not, maybe it's not buying somebody new tires or a new car or, things like that. Maybe it's just tiny little things. Whatever you can do to be generous, you need to make that part of your life. And I'm sorry, guys, this is kind of all over the place. At some point, I'm going to have better quality videos, but this is one take, and this is what you get. Your worldview, your religion. What does your religion have to say about it? What does your worldview have to say about it? What does your politics have to say about it? It's okay to include that stuff in the financial decisions that you make. And more than okay, you have a moral obligation to do that. You can't just leave this incredibly powerful tool, which is money, off the sidelines of what you believe in and what is foundational to your life. So you need to figure out what's important to you and what matters to you right now, a year from now, 10 years from now, and towards the end of your life. And start asking the questions, how does money tie into that? How does what I do with this paycheck today affect and influence my life 30 years from now? You know, you want to buy a house, you want to be debt-free, you want to leave an inheritance for your children. You have to start thinking about that stuff. You can't not do it, okay? You can't not do it. Everybody say that with me. I can't not do it. You have to get intentional. You have to have a vision, all right? And as you sit down and start budgeting, and I know, guys, I haven't even put out videos on budgeting and basics like that. Start including that in your budgeting. Start including that in how you. Sorry, there's a helicopter flying over right now. This is what you get with OneTake. Sorry, guys. Be intentional. Be mindful. Start looking at what's important to you and make that a part of your financial decision that you make. And I'll go over that a little bit in detail as I make all these kind of video, topical-based videos. Okay? All the things. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. This video's only about an hour after my last video, so my beard hasn't had a chance to grow more, if that's what you're all looking for. Yeah, do all that stuff. Post it on Facebook. I don't care, guys. I want to help people. That's what I'm here for. Love you guys. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day. See you in the next one.